So Brian, we were having a little bit of a conversation before we started here, and you were telling me how people are really putting a lot more miles on their cars now, and successfully the cars are lasting a lot longer than they used to. And I told you that I always thought, you get to like 100,000, 200,000 miles, like you're getting up there, right? But that's not necessarily the case, especially if you take good care of your car, which is kind of what we're going to dive into right now. We're talking about, for those higher mileage cars, what do the service intervals look like for the various things that you just kind of need to make sure that you're maintaining?
Well, yeah, so cars now are a lot different than they used to be, right? It used to be if you got to 100,000 miles, you were doing good. Now 100,000 miles is nothing. You really screwed up if you didn't get to 100,000 miles nowadays. It's nothing for them to go 200,000. So, it used to be for older cars, it was very normal that every 10, 12, 15,000 miles, you had to take it in for some type of service maintenance, parts replacement, tune-ups, whatever. You don't have that anymore. The major maintenance is 50,000, 60, 80, 100. To do some of these maintenance items. But the benefit to doing these items when they need to be done, even at those higher mileages, if you really want to save some money on driving, on the expense of driving, the 100 to 200,000 mile period is usually a pretty sweet spot. The depreciation is way down. If you've done good maintenance on it, you shouldn't have any major repairs. The insurance is cheaper. And you're done paying for it, you're not making payments anymore. So that's usually a really, really great time to do it, to save a lot of money.
Yeah.
But if you ignore all the maintenance, that's not a good time to have the car, because you're going to have some major problems if you don't maintain the car properly. The intervals of some of the fluid changes, you may shorten them just a little bit over 100,000 miles, but not significantly, because most of the stuff lasts a long time nowadays.
Okay.
Spark plugs, air filters, transmission fluids, all that stuff. But we can recommend what's the ideal maintenance schedule depending on how you're using the car, whether you're towing or plowing or, do short trips versus long trips. All that makes a difference for intervals. And we can recommend the best intervals to maximize your dollars.
All right, wonderful. And that's really what you guys strive to do. You want to be there for your customers. You always, keep all of their maintenance files in your system so that you can always look back and know what you saw before in case it's not time, but maybe by the time they come in the next time, they do need a repair or something replaced. So make sure that you're getting in contact with Weber Automotive. They really are your go-to for all of your automotive needs. So just make sure that you are giving them a call if you'd like to schedule an appointment, bring in your car. You can also explore their website, weberautomotive.com. You're gonna be able to find a lot more content like this where we're sitting down with Brian, we're asking him the questions that most of us really don't know the answer to. So thank you for joining us today, and thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Alicia.